Hey guys, back again this week for more musings from the studio. Last week, as I was recording these videos, I was working on this painting here. It was in progress every day as I was recording, and it was often behind me. And I did finish it over the weekend. Here you see the finished painting behind me. And it's also posted in my Instagram feed, so if you want to get a better look at it, you can look there. But it brings up something kind of interesting, and a question I get a lot from many people in the art world, and the question is about what is commonly known as backgrounds. How do you choose your backgrounds? What do you use? What do you do? And to sum it up, to me, the background literally flows from my intention for the painting. And I actually consider the background to just be an integral element in the painting. It's not like a separate thing. So I'm not just painting flowers against a background. I'm integrating the background, the flowers, the shadows, all the different elements, the light, the dark, the shadows, all of the elements of the painting are integrated. And again, intentionality sort of leads the way. What's my intention for the painting? What was I looking for? What was I going for? What kind of feeling was I shooting for in any particular painting? And so my choice of what to do with the quote background flows from that. So if I wanted a strong, just for instance, just look at this painting, and you can see here on this side of the painting, it's pretty strongly contrasted, and I had a deep tone in the background against the lighter flowers there. Now, as the background moves across the painting, it lightens, it softens and lightens, and so by the time it's over here, it's lighter, and it's so close to the value of these flowers here that they're very close in value, and there's a kind of a mystery, maybe a little poetry going on there. So again, my overall mood, my intention for the painting sort of led me to choose what it was I did with the backgrounds, so to speak. And also you might even consider what is it sitting on as part of the background. So if it's sitting on a tabletop, like you see here, that will have an impact on the feeling of the painting too. And does the tabletop disappear into the background? Does it contrast with the background? What's going on here? All these elements come into play when you're viewing the painting. And so that's why I always advocate having a strong intention for your painting, a clear intention, so that the choices that you make throughout the course of the painting are easier to make because you already know what you're going for. Now I'm going to put a plug in here right now for my Genius Circle. The Genius Circle is a subscription program that I started around the first of the year, 2020. It was intended to provide for people kind of next level art training, but I wouldn't even call it training. It's sort of an environment. It's like an artistic environment where people can rise to the level of their genius and express themselves through their work. And so I wanted to provide the conditions for that to take place. So every month, one of the things I do in the Genius Circle is I provide a focused lesson, a lesson of some kind on some topic, some aspect, some principle, some facet, some issue that people face when they're painting. And this month just so happens and it always comes out at the beginning of the month, let me state that. And so this month, that quote focus lesson will be on the idea of backgrounds and how you integrate them in your paintings. So when you're a member of the Genius Circle, which by the way costs about as much as it would be to go out at a so-so restaurant for a so-so meal monthly, that's $47. You get not only the focused lesson, you get an assignment that reinforces the lesson, so you can take that lesson, you can then apply it in your own work, then you can take that activity, that project that you base on that lesson, and you can then post it in our community forum, which by the way is sensational, I will say that. And there you can get feedback from me and all the other members of the community. You can join once a week in the mastermind sessions, and that is on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And there we have people who are members of the Genius Circle from all around the world. And we get together and we talk about so many different things. And more often than not, it's about something that has to do with our art or so forth and so forth. But sometimes it's even beyond that, stuff that we're individually going through, and we're looking for some perspective, some support, some just a listening ear. We also have, what else do we have? So we have the lesson, and we have, oh yeah, so we also have, at the beginning of every month, I do a video blog, kind of like this right here, where I focus in on some sort of topic that isn't necessarily related directly to painting, but something that can be applied to painting, but can also be applied to life in general. And that often takes the form of topics along the lines of law of attraction and transurfing and meditation and how to use the imagination to create, and just on and on. Every month's different. And so what I really want to say about the Genius Circle is that it is so constantly evolving, and the excitement that the members generate within their own community and how we share resources back and forth and support from one another is just phenomenal. It really is. And I can tell you, if any of the Genius Circle members were to have a conversation with you, I think that to a person they would say that it's one of the best decisions they've ever made. So today I'm using my forum here as a way to promote the Genius Circle, and I'm not embarrassed in the least bit by that, because I'm very proud of the Genius Circle and what it's become and what it is continuing to become. And by that I mean it is constantly growing and intensifying in on every spectrum you can think of. We are exploring topics that I think that probably most people in art forums rarely explore, and maybe even in a lot of forums that even aren't art related. So here I am, inviting you, come into the Genius Circle. Go to theperrinmethod.com/Genius Circle, or just go to theperrinmethod.com and click on the Genius Circle. Or if you're on Instagram, go to my link tree, and you can click there and go to the Genius Circle right there on one of the links, and you can join us right away, and you'll have all this information that I was talking about, all the new stuff that's coming up, the focus lessons, the community support. Bam, right there, right now. You can start today. All Okay, well, those are my musings today. We're going to explore the background, and I'll be back tomorrow to muse about something. Who knows? We'll see. Take care, guys.